This AI agent takes a single product photo and turns it into a fully custom UGC video automatically. It analyzes the image, writes a cinematic Sora-style script, generates the ad, and logs everything into a client spreadsheet without me touching anything. It took me 2 hours to build, and clients pay $1,500 a month for it. And if you think that sounds exaggerated, have a look at the types of UGC ads this automation is creating. It's going to blow your mind.
Seriously, I'm obsessed with this mango passion flavor. It's a perfect little boost for my morning.
And that's an ad for Blume, which is a really cool superfoods website that I found, which I'm not affiliated with, by the way. And since I live in Southeast Asia, naturally, I love mango passion fruit. So I took a screenshot of this product and fed it into the AI agent. And what's great about this system is that each 10-second video only costs 15 cents. And here's the entire client input experience. There's only 3 inputs. The client will input a quick prompt. Now, this doesn't have to be extensive. It's exactly as the title describes. And what's important here is just small details, like what location do you want the influencer to be in? Do you want them to be outside, in the kitchen, etc.? Also, what do you want the influencer to look like? And specifically, what do you want them to say? The second field is to upload a product image, and the third is to select the aspect ratio. So this system supports portrait and landscape. And that's it. There's no back and forth, no briefs, and no revisions. And remember this form, because later in this video, I'll show you how to sell this exact experience to clients on Upwork who want content at scale. The moment they hit submit, the image is uploaded directly into Google Drive. This solves 3 big problems automatically. There are no broken links, there's no please upload notification or any back and forth with me or the client, and every file is already permissioned for AI access. So like I said at the start of this video, this entire process is automated. And this part alone removes 50% of the manual workload in UGC agencies. And yes, this solves the nightmare of creators sending files on WhatsApp, Dropbox, or random Google Drive links. And believe me, I know this from personal experience, because I used to run the ads for a $50 million a year e-commerce brand. And the biggest bottleneck was always UGC content. Next, the AI agent sends the product image to GPT-4 Mini. The GPT doesn't just quote unquote see the image. It extracts brand cues, color palette hex codes, textures, fonts, packaging style, product category, and whether it's a product, a character, or both. And it outputs everything as a structured YAML block. And this YAML becomes a visual anchor for the cinematic Sora-style script. And this is why the final video looks intentional, not AI generated or random. Now this is the point where Google Gemini 2.5 Flash steps in. And you can see that here in the video prompt generator node. It takes the YAML from GPT-4 Mini and the client's written prompt, and it blends them into a full 10-second UGC scene. And remember, I've programmed it to optimize for UGC ads, and in particular e-commerce brands, which means it's got the handheld phone movement, natural lighting, 1 or 2 lines of testimonial, depth of field, a specific color mood, a realistic environment, 1 emotional beat, and 1 final pose. The output is clean, cinematic prose, perfect for Sora-style generators. And this is the part the clients love, because they can't tell whether it's human or AI. Once the video script is ready, the agent sends it to a Kai.ai Sora-style video generator. The video generator will create the scripted moment with the product, the correct aspect ratio, and it will remove the Sora 2 watermark. And then the last 5 nodes is just basically waiting and uploading the content into a Google Sheet. So initially it will wait for 2 minutes. If it's still generating, it will just go back into a feedback loop. So for the if node, we need a status of success. If it's not successful, it will just go off into the false branch, and it will just loop back and wait for another 2 minutes. Now normally with Kai.ai, I've noticed that it takes anywhere between 2 to 6 minutes, depending on how busy their platform is. And their technical staff have told me the same thing. And the second last node is just to extract the video URL, because the way that Kai.ai works is that it generates 2 videos. The first one will have a watermark, and the second one takes about 30 seconds to remove the watermark. And Kai.ai has an algorithm to do that for you. So the video that I want to extract is the one without the watermark, which is why I've added a JavaScript node here. And then once it's done, it will then save everything onto a Google Sheet. So this is the example of a client's Google Sheet. They only need 2 things: the Google Sheet, which is the output, and the UGC video generator input form. That's it. They do not need to see any of the backend under the hood stuff. And that's why they're more than happy to pay $1,500 a month. You can see that I've given them the video URL. I've also included a quick prompt because I'm a very analytical guy. So I want to spot trends. So is there a certain style of prompt that's getting me better results with this automation? And with something like the quick prompt, we can see that quite easily, because some of my biggest clients, they are literally running hundreds of these 10-second to 60-second reels with Meta and TikTok ads. So we can test lots of different variations quickly. And then once their social media manager has downloaded the file and uploaded it into the ads platform, they can then change the status from review to posted. It's a very simple process and clients love it. Let me whiz through this and show you exactly how you can build this for yourself. So the trigger is an on-form submission. And for that, we're only going to need 3 fields. The first is a quick prompt, which is required field. The second is a file upload. So we want to have the product image that we're going to use for the video ad. And the third is going to be the aspect ratio. So at this moment in time, Sora 2 supports portrait and landscape. And then for the next 2 nodes, we're going to need a Google Google Drive or any type of cloud storage service, because before we can analyze the image with GPT-4o, we need a web link. So something or like a location where we can save the product image. So that's all these two nodes are doing. The first one will save it onto Google Drive. The second one will update the permissions, which means that the next node, which is an analyze image node using GPT-4o Mini because it's super cheap, can then read the product image. And this is very important, right? Because we want to replicate the client's product. And they can do this for any product. It doesn't matter what the product is. And the most important part of this node is the actual prompt itself. Okay, so this is what I've gone with. It's actually a little bit in depth and a bit more complicated. And that's purely because I don't want to leave anything to the chance. I want to know exactly what's in this product image. And so it's looking for the brand name, the hex code for the prominent colors in the image, and name. So in this example, I use Blume. I want to know if it's a character, we'll have a character name, hex, etc. And everything else that describes the product. And the output is only going to be a valid YAML object. Okay, and the input for this is going to be the image URL. And for this, we're going to use from the save image node, the JSON web content link. So once it's uploaded, it will generate a web content link, and that's what you paste in here. Once we have that, we can then generate the more expansive prompt. And for this, it's going to need two inputs. The first is the user input, so the quick prompt from the submission form, and then the image description from the analyze image node, which is the output. Okay, toggle on requires specific output format. I'll show you why in the next step. And then this is the long prompt for the Sora 2 video generator. And this is very optimized for cinematic UGC style ads. Now you can modify this for any type of ad, product, or environment. So I've given it some outputs, some formats, and some parameters. Don't want to bore you with the detail because it's quite long. But the point is you want to go in depth, right? Because you don't want to leave anything to chance. And the point of this is I don't want my client to worry about the inputs, right? I don't want them to spend all the time worrying about how to prompt for the particular ads, which is why I put in an AI agent that can do the prompting for them. And because we have an AI agent, we're going to need two things. The first is the language model. So for this, I'm using 2.5 Flash, which is free, and you can still use it through the API as of me recording this video. You can actually plug in some other ones as well. So you've got ChatGPT from OpenAI, you can test Claude, you can test whatever you want. And then because we've got the output parser selected on, we're going to need the output parser. And for this, I'm asking the AI agent to create a new variable called video prompt. And then inside of here, it's going to be the expansive prompt, the more comprehensive prompt, right? Which is what I'm going to feed into the next node, which is the create video node inside of Kai.ai. So the method is post. We're going to use this endpoint here, which is create task. Again, all of this is the information on their public API documentation. Anybody can access this. We're going to need the authentication. So I'm using the generic credential type, which is the header auth, and I'm going to use the Kai.ai header auth. The reason I do it this way is because if you've got credentials from your clients, so your clients can actually set everything up on their accounts, so they can use their own Kai.ai account, but they can send you an API key, right? So what you would do is just create a new header auth for your client's API key, and then you obviously just label it with the client's name. That's exactly what I do. And then you want to toggle on send body. The body type is JSON. The specific body is JSON. And then this is what we're going to need for the JSON payload. Okay, so this is what I'm sending back to Kai.ai to trigger this through the API. The model is Sora 2 because this is the cheapest model that I found anywhere on the internet. A reminder, it's only 15 cents for 10 seconds. So very affordable. We're going to need the prompt. So this is a prompt for my video generator node. We're going to need the image URL. So that's going to take the web content link. And that's another reason why I need the Google Drive, because I need it for the Sora 2 payload in Kai.ai. And we need one more variable, which is the aspect ratio. This is everything that Sora 2 on Kai.ai needs. Okay. Last thing I've done is remove the watermark and make sure that's set to true. Once that's running, it'll take anywhere between 2 to 6 minutes, which is what these three nodes are going to do. Okay. The first one is a wait node. So this is going to wait for 2 minutes. You can probably set this to like 3 minutes, 1 minute. It doesn't really matter because the feedback loop will take care of itself. After 2 minutes, there's a get video node. So the method is get. It uses this base URL and then task ID equals, and then you just want your task ID, okay, which comes from the previous node here. Every time you generate a video, if you get a code of 200, that means it's been successful. And if it's successful, you'll get a task ID. So we're going to return the task ID. And the next node is going to be an if node. And then for this, I'm going to take the state. So there's actually a variable called state. So there's two variables inside once the video gets created, right? The first one is initiating the video to be created, right? So that generates the task ID. The second state is then, has the ID been, or the video generation successful, right? In my experience, there's only two states. It's generating and success. I think there is a fail state, but I haven't actually seen it when I've been doing this for my clients. So all I'm asking it to do in the if node is if the data.state variable is equal to successful, that means then I can pull the video, which is why I've created the next node. And all this is doing is it's going to extract the URL, the video URL, without the watermark. Because like I said, at the start of the video, Kai.ai will generate two video URLs, right? So anytime the video has been generated, it will save the link onto their cloud service, right? But there's two URLs, one's with a watermark, one's without. And that's because Sora 2 actually generates videos with the watermark. So they're actually using like an algorithm on Kai.ai to remove that watermark for you. And that usually takes like an extra, I think 30 to 60 seconds, something like that. And then the last node is going to be the Google Sheets node, which is just an append or update row. I've just added an attached example of the client's UGC sheet, which is what it looks like for all clients. Doesn't deviate much from this. We're gonna map each column manually. We're gonna use the video URL because that's unique for every URL. And then I've given it the video URL. Obviously they're gonna need that, or the social media manager is gonna need that if they're gonna upload the video. videos. I've added a quick prompt and I've added a status of review. So once that runs, you'll see an output, but more importantly, everything gets saved into the client sheet. I've set this as view only because I don't want the client to actually edit or modify this. All they need to do is just download the link here. So this is a downloadable MP4 file, right? They've got the quick prompt and the social media manager. Once it's posted, they can change this, okay? But in terms of the sheet, they don't need to change anything on the sheet, and you want to leave it exactly like that. Imagine generating 30 or even 100 of these types of UGC ads every single month with a single click. And here's how you could turn this exact workflow into monthly recurring revenue. I find clients on Upwork, and let me show you exactly where. So I'm on Upwork.com. This is the largest freelancer platform in the world, and you can search for any of the following keywords: UGC video ads, AI content, short form ads, TikTok AI ads, Meta AI ads, etc., etc. And you can see that this is a great example. So this is an AI video creator for company advertisements. It's perfect because they've got 4.8 stars out of 5. They spent over $70,000 on Upwork, and they're a client in the United States, which is where most of my clients actually live. The hourly rate is $15 to $40 an hour, which is not too shabby. But once they see the output and the type of content that you're creating, it's very easy for you to convert these into monthly retainers. This is exactly what I do. And you can click inside of the job description and find more details, but I think you get the picture. Here's another one. Looking for an AI video creator. They're paying anywhere between $20 to $30 an hour. They spend over $1,000 on the platform, and yeah, it looks like a perfect match. You can obviously go inside of the job brief, get more details about the job, the specifications, the type of content they want, and really give them a 5-star service. And if you want my tip, find e-commerce brands, because UGC content is the biggest bottleneck. And so once I have the search results, I normally search by the newest jobs, and then look for posts saying things like, we need a lot of UGC, or we need 20 to 30 videos per month, or looking for a long-term content creator. And finally, we need product videos at scale. Any of these words are music to my ears, but more importantly, it lets me get my foot in the door with potential clients. And these clients are absolutely primed because they want fast content, not perfect content. And when I apply, I send them a 60-second screen recording showing the following: the form, the GPT analysis, the script generation, the automatic video, and the Google Sheet dashboard. Because this instantly shows them you don't need a creator, editor, or motion designer. You just need this automation. And yes, many also hire me to build AI voice agents, customer support agents, or even appointment setters on the site. And this turns a simple $1,500 a month client into a $3,000 or $4,000 a month opportunity. And this entire system replaces UGC creators, script writers, editors, motion designers, virtual assistants, and even content researchers, all with one automation that took me 2 hours to build, and one that clients pay $1,500 a month for the output. And am I saying that there's no future for influencers? No, of course not. Influencers are here to stay, and there will be demand for them. But if you're a startup or you're a small brand like a boutique that has much smaller resources, then creating AI generated UGC ads or videos is your unfair advantage, because this is super cheap to do and there's no barrier to entry. So if you want to grab this automation, click on the link in the description, sign up to my AI automation group called the Automation Kings, and I'll see you on the inside. I'm somebody that runs an AI automation agency, and I do this full time. I also help people like you who are new to AI or looking for AI side hustles, or if you want to build your own AI agency, I've got all of that covered. So link is in the description. And before you sign off, thank you so much for your time. Smash the like button if this video opened your eyes, turn the notifications on, and I'll see you when the next video drops.